What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. There's a story out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out Vegas. And it's about a boyfriend that was shot by his girlfriend's son after they had an altercation. The boyfriend and girlfriend, a heated argument that supposedly turned physical. Now, the mother and the son are locked up presently. But I'm going to talk a little bit about this story, and I think it's some lessons that can be learned from this whole situation. And I think I see wrong on both sides. Now, I don't know the situation with this family, living arrangements or anything like that. But a couple of things struck me in this article. But I'm going to show you the video first, let you get the whole, summary of what happened. And then I'll read you some intricate details on the desktop that put some things together. Take a look, guys.
A shooting in East Las Vegas leaves one man dead, and police say it was his girlfriend's son who did it. This happened just after 11 this morning at the Playa Vista apartment complex. That's where we find 8 News Now reporter Madison Kimbrough with more.
A very unfortunate situation happening this morning as a domestic dispute turned deadly here at the Playa Vista apartments. Now, Metro Police stating that a man in his 50s was in a verbal dispute with his girlfriend in their apartment. The girlfriend's son, who was also at the apartment and lived there, intervened, and the argument then became physical, with the girlfriend's son shooting and killing the man in the end. Now, family confirming to us that their brother, 55-year-old Norzel Ross Jr., was the man shot and killed. His brother-in-law completely devastated.
That was my brother. He was the only one that was close to me out of the in-laws. So I'm missing something here, and I can't get it back.
Metro Police confirming that the shooter, the girlfriend's son, turned himself in, and the son and girlfriend are currently in custody. Now, family members telling me that Norzel Ross Jr. had been with this woman for decades, and during their 10-year run, it had always been a tumultuous relationship. So this is something they were not surprised at, but still extremely shaken up and devastated at these events. Keep it here on 8 News Now for the latest details in this story. Sending it back to you.
Guys, that's the news video. And one of the things that made me run and go look at the article, read the article, one of the articles that's up. It said that both the mother and the son were in custody. And I'm like, how come both of them are arrested? Well, it comes to find out that the argument, now in the news article, it said the argument led you to believe it was verbal. And the son came out, was there, and 2 men got to arguing and got to fighting. It says here in the article, it says, police said that the victim's girlfriend and her son, who was in his mid-30s, lived inside the apartment prior to the shooting. The woman and the victim were in an argument that turned physical. So basically, they were fighting. And it says, when the argument turned physical, the son came out of his bedroom and intervened. The son and the victim then got into a physical altercation, during which the son pulled out a gun and shot the victim. Said the son is in custody and cooperating with police officers, police said. Now, that right there leads me to believe that the dude and the woman was getting in the argument. They started acting a fool. Probably not the first time. This guy is in his 30s living in the house with them. And he comes out, sees his mom getting jumped on, and gets into it with the guy. Now, I done seen this a lot of times in my life where women have grown sons living with them in the house. Now, a lot of times people will say, oh, well, that's a bad thing. Me, in particular, I think that's a bad thing. A 30-year-old person shouldn't be back in the nest. But sometimes things happen. I don't know if he lived there, or it was a temporary thing with, him having a falter in life and he trying to get on his feet and get back out. Don't matter. That's here nor there. Bottom line was he came out and seen his mom getting pummeled by a dude. You know, men look at things from a standpoint of respect. For a man to be fighting on your mom and you're standing there and he's fighting on her, that seems like disrespect to a lot of people. Guys don't want to see their mothers getting hit, especially sons. They close to their moms. This guy right here came out, jumped on the dude. They get to going at it. He pulled out a gun and shot him. Now, this article says just the son is in custody. But the news article said mom and the son was in custody. That's why I'm like, okay, something's wrong. If the son was defending her, why is she locked up too? But all in all, this whole situation, like me, I'm one of these people where, you know, and I don't know whose fault it is. I don't even care because somebody's dead and somebody else is in jail and all these people were close around each other and knew each other. So as far as who's right or wrong, I don't know. But I mean, from the standpoint of the dude, you don't put your hands on nobody. And at his age, he should know better. If I feel as though, like I used to tell girls, if I feel as though I got to hit you, I don't need you. Because listen, once you land that first strike against a woman or anybody, or a woman lands that first strike against a man, it doesn't even matter. Everything you had, the trust, the love and all that stuff, it changes. It changes. I can't sit here and look at a woman after I punched her in the face. Seen her marked up, she healed. We never go back to normal. We never go back to normal because our relationship has the propensity to go there. And when I say there, to a physical standpoint, because that's what it was. That's the pinnacle of what it was. It said as officers were providing medical attention to the victim, several people who were inside a nearby apartment came downstairs and spoke with the officers. One of the people who came out of the apartment identified himself as the shooter. So the guy shot this guy and then left. He identified himself. That's another key thing. This guy identified himself. Hey, I'm the shooter. I shot him. So I guess he thinks he must be in the right. This whole situation's messed up. This guy could have walked out of there. He could have walked out of there. See, pride is a serious thing. I don't know if he paying all the bills or what the argument was about, but we all have options. Trust me, if I'm gonna fight on a chick, I'm getting out of there and starting my own thing. Sometimes it's better to walk away and push that pride aside. It's better to walk away than get into a situation like this. I don't know the relationship between him and the man, the son. But I mean, I look at it like this. Anytime you date somebody that has kids and they're almost at adult age, you're still coming in late and you're still an outsider. This guy right here lost his life because he lost his cool. And it's unfortunate because they probably loved each other. I thought it was, when I first saw the story, what made me do it, I thought the story was they was just arguing and the son came out and got in their business. Then him and the man fought. Then he shot them. It's not like that. Man, we got to do better as people, man, for real. We got to do better, especially as men, man. Listen, there's nothing wrong with walking away from something when you know you can leave with your life and your sanity. You know, they might be good people. The man that got shot might be the problem. Or they could have been into an argument because the son is too old to be living with them. You never know. But two men cannot occupy the same space a lot of times. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Man, leave me a comment on this and tell me what y'all think. I mean, I don't know who's right or wrong. I just think this whole thing was dumb. I think that the man being the head of the household, he should have used better judgment to not put his hands on somebody knowing they got a son that's a grown man that can rival you. But then again, sometimes you don't know what trigger people and piss people off, and you might have been right to be upset with the situation. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care.